Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on unstable surfaces. So I'm going to start from a very stable surface to more and more unstable surfaces. The thing is, life is not always stable surfaces. You might be walking on a beach, you might all of a sudden step in mud, things can slide. And so, in fact, this past week, I was on a stand-up paddleboard on the water, and it was completely unstable. So the more unstable surface you're on, the more you're going to be working your core and the better your balance is eventually going to be. The more you work it, the better it's going to get. I do have a bar here just to make sure that I don't tip, although you are absolutely welcome to laugh at me if I do. So first we're going to start on the floor. And just a reminder, you want to have your feet neutral. We want to make sure we're not rolling to the outside of the feet or the inside. Legs are squeezing towards your midline. You're lifting up to your pelvic floor. Ribs are down, armpits are down. That's just getting you all set up. So I'm going to lightly hold on to here. And we're going to lift up to the toes and down. Lift up to the toes and down. And I'm trying to look straight ahead. Good, one more time. And down. All right, so instead of going up and down, I'm going to squat. And a squat is where your butt goes back, your chest comes forward, and you bend at the knees. So this is not a squat. We want to make sure we get the bent knees, and I hope you heard that ankle crack. All right, so we're going to bend and straighten. So I'm looking straight ahead, now I'm looking down a little bit and straighten. You don't have to do this with your hands, I just tend to. One more time. Bend and straighten. All right, so that's done on a fairly firm floor. So that would just be any floor. Now, less stable would be, say, carpeting. I'm going to use a mat. So it has a little bit of give, not a whole lot, but a little bit. All right, back a little bit. All right, so same thing. But now I have something with a little bit of give. So we're going to lift up to the toes and down. Up to the toes. If you're holding on to something, just make sure it's just real light or as light as possible. One more time. Up and down. So now we're going to squat and straighten. Squat and straighten. So I'm looking down a little bit and looking forward. One more time. Down and forward. Okay, now I'm going to keep the mat here because it is non-skid. I'm going to get something, say like a cushion. Okay, so hold on here. This is a disc. It has some nubs on the one side. It's smooth on the other side. And it has some give. It's like a cushion. All right, so I'm going to put this down. As you can see, it has a little bit of give. It has quite a lot of give. All right? So I am definitely holding on to my counter or whatever, the bar, and lift up to the toes and down. Up to the toes. Try to keep your hand light. Up to the toes and down. One more time. Toes and down. I'm going to try to do this without holding on. We'll see how it goes. Squat and straighten. And as you can see, the floor is a lot less stable. So I have to work on my core to keep myself stable. Okay, another couple things is it's really movable in the feet. So we want to make sure that we're thinking about the ball of the foot under the big toe. All right, so that is like being on a pillow or something. So now let's think about like a couch cushion or a mattress. This is a BOSU, which stands for both sides up. So it's like a therapy ball on one side, and it's a platform on the other side. And I'm gonna do both, okay? So I'm gonna start with, here we go. All right, so it's very unstable. As you can see, it is very unstable. So I'm gonna lightly hold on, or as lightly as possible. I'm gonna lift up to my toes and down, and up, and down, and up. Keep lifting up through your pelvic floor, navels to the spine, ribs are down. All right, now, try to do this without holding on. We'll see how it goes. And you may see me wobble, 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 and that's okay. So we're gonna squat. And as you notice, the less stable I'm standing on, the slower I'm going. Squat. And one more time. Squat. And come on up. Okay. So we've had this very gushy surface underneath. So that'd be more like a mattress or a couch cushion. I'm gonna flip it upside down. So now I have this very unstable platform. So let's say you're on a boat or on a wind surfing type surfboard or a stand-up paddle boat or something like that. Something where it is totally unstable underneath you. It feels like it should be stable. Okay, so I'm gonna get my feet a little wider. As you can see, it's very unstable, okay? So I'm going to try to lift up to my toes. Well, I can't really lift up my toes because the platform follows me, so I'm just gonna tilt it forward and neutral. Tilt it forward. Keep lifting up to your pelvic floor. Tilt and neutral. One more time and neutral. Okay. Now, legs are pulling towards your midline. And notice, this is very movable. So imagine you're going on a boat and all of a sudden you get a wave. Just like, whoa, there we go. All right? So now we're gonna squat and stand. And squat. You can see this is really unstable. Squat and stand. One more time and stand. All right, so the next least stable, and I would have done this while I was on vacation, but I didn't want to get my phone near the water, would be actually on the stand-up paddle boat or paddleboard, because the water, it just is gonna move all over the place. The wind could blow and all of a sudden you're going like that, but there's other things that can challenge your balance just in real life that this is sort of preparing you for, like someone bumping into you and all of a sudden you're off balance, or you miss a step and you're going down the stairs, you think there's 10 and there's actually only 9, and you're like, whoa, and you come down. So we want to make sure that we're as stable as possible here so that it doesn't matter what you're on. You could be running on the beach, you could be walking on the beach, a big wave comes and it pulls the sand out from underneath you. You're gonna be okay because this is sturdy and you won't lose your balance. So I hope this helps. Thank you for joining me. Also, if you have any suggestions, if you have any questions, please let me know and I will work on them. Thank you. Bye-bye.